So I was thinking about what to do my next video on, and I've actually got a Brighton Star 28mm video in the works. So please subscribe if you want to see that ahead of my ski trip, so it can fit in my ski jacket pocket. But I was looking for a video online of the 75mm APO F2, the Summicron, and there are really very few out there. So I thought, why not make a video on this? I'm going to start by doing some walking around street photography using the 75 on the M11. But towards the end of the video, I will also do a comparison, side-by-side comparison of the APO 43 on the Q3 43, which by the way is the camera that you're being filmed on right now, against the 75 APO on the M11. Theoretically, I guess they should come out quite similar, but I am quite intrigued to see how they will compare. The 75 is a 2005 model. The lens on the Q3 43, I don't know how old the lens itself is, but obviously it's a much more modern pairing. So genuinely looking forward to seeing how that turns out. If that's the only bit you're really interested in, then obviously forward to that at the end. I'll put some chapter markers down in the older YouTube. Enjoy. So as I left the office, I was using my iPhone for the camera. I haven't done that before. Big mistake. Stability's terrible. I think I realized this a few minutes in and switched back to my DJI action cam. So it's only the first couple of minutes that are super unstable. But yes, I walked down to Cannon Street, got a few shots. None were massively brilliant, but just getting my eye in as I got into the day. I saw this woman coming wearing this sort of leopard print all-in-one thing, which I think definitely needed a picture, and I was able to frame it quite nicely, I think, so quite pleased with that. This iPhone stabilization really is bad. I don't think I'd quite appreciated how good the DJI stabilization is until I tried to use the iPhone. Don't worry, the change is coming very soon. I think it was honestly just the yellow bus that made me enjoy this photograph so much. Nothing particularly special, but just lots of colour, which on a dreary day was quite pleasant. Let me know in the comments what you think of the sped up POV footage. I can't decide whether I like it or not. I think it does add something because it can help show the trip and the progress towards the end of the video. But on the other hand, it is quite sudden and fast. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Let me know. I believe that if you walk past St. Paul's with the camera, you actually have to get a shot of it. I think it is actually the law. So there's mine. Now, don't worry, we now have a change of camera, so we should have a bit more stability now. Thanks for sticking with it. I'm just carrying on along St Paul's Churchyard down to Ludgate Hill, testing out the lens. The 75 it's definitely a very nice focal length, or at least I find it a very nice focal length for street photography. But it is very hard to focus quickly. It's so much less forgiving than what I'm used to with the 35. So I did find myself missing focus a fair amount, but I think got better as time went on. So I began to make my way along the Holborn Viaduct, up past City Thameslink, and saw an interesting workman there with his dog, which was very nice, very sweet. And then I saw in front of me a lady wearing a very smart coat, but the colour of her hair with the colour of her shoes, along with the tattoo on her legs, kind of interested me a little bit. So I have to say I did follow her a little bit to try and get a nice photograph. And in the end, I was reasonably pleased with what I got, with the red fencing as well as the red shoes. So I did end up taking quite a few shots standing over the bridge of the viaduct. It was just a really good spot, and I was just quite enjoying myself. I did also take this one, not because it was a particularly amazing photograph, but because I was really starting to get frustrated with focusing. I just felt like I needed to test out a subject at f2 just to make sure that my excuse that there must be something wrong with the rangefinder system was wrong. It was wrong, as you can see. I think that actually came out quite nicely, and it does show how good this lens can be if you have the time to focus. So just walking along Holborn towards Chancery Lane, managed to get a few snaps that I was pretty happy with. As usual, I'll put a link to my website with all of the images from this video for anyone that's interested. I came across a lady having a photo shoot at a bus stop. She gave me a little bit of a funny look, but I thought it was actually quite an interesting picture. This one here, I just liked all the yellow, to be honest. have to say, I did really like the composition here of the guy under the reddy brown Pret sign wearing the reddy brown hat. I'm not sure I absolutely nailed my composition, but there was definitely something there. The home stretch now over Waterloo Bridge towards Waterloo Station. A couple of final shots there. The two ladies looking at the phone, and of course the required shot of Parliament and the London Eye over the bridge. Final couple of shots here. A guy struggling with his luggage on the floor, and then as I got onto the train, a chap wearing a quite interesting hat caught my attention, and I was able to get quite a close shot using the 75 there, which I think actually came out quite nicely. I thought to compare the 43 APO with the 75 APO that I've been using for the video, I'd take some product shots of my new cards that have just arrived and available on my website to purchase should you like. I will leave a link in the description. So, as promised, I've got the two images that I picked from each lens and each camera up in Lightroom. Let's go over there and have a little look at the two side by side. As you can see, they are pretty similar. We've got on the left the Q3-43 with the APO 43 lens, and on the right the M11 with the APO 75. Obviously they are a slightly different composition, but I think good enough to make this comparison. If we just have a quick look at the 43, you can see there is a deeper depth of field for the in focus area. Both of these are shot at f2. Obviously that's completely expected given the different focal lengths. You can see it is, even though it's only an f2 lens, you can see on the 75 here that it's really shallow still, not much more than the card. We've got this bit here is in focus and this bit isn't. So to compare them, let's have a look here. If we go there and then there, I mean, they're pretty similar. I think I would actually say that the 75 is even slightly sharper. If we could go and look at the tablecloth, I think you can see some probably more color definition coming out here than over here. But this is getting quite zoomed in to be able to see these differences. Thanks very much for watching the video. Let me know in the comments if you liked the very sort of quick and quite high level look at the two images. I think might do a bit more like that. For example, one of the things I have been thinking about doing is testing this old D60 using the kit lens and also an analog nickel lens that I've used in previous videos, but putting those lenses then on the M11 for the £8,000 versus £100 camera comparison with the same lens. That could take this kind of format, I think. So yeah, let me know if that's something you'd like to see, and please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of it. Thanks very much.